wearechange.victoria.org.
So, anniversary of 9/11, you're but what are we doing?
Well, I'm thinking about the over 2,000 architects and engineers who are calling for a new investigation into 9/11, especially surrounding the collapse of World Trade Center 7.
What's specifically about World Trade Center 7?
Well, for the first time ever in history, never before or after 9/11, has a building collapsed due to fire that was this 8th-class steel frame building. But we saw 3 buildings implode on themselves on that fateful day on 9/11. But the 3rd tower, World Trade Center 7, was not hit by an airplane.
So what do you suggest?
Well, because it's a 47-story building, after the National Institute of Standards and Technologies omitted Building 7 from their official report, we realized that they had to confirm that the building fell at free fall speed and collapsed in 8 seconds, and 10 floors with structured steel columns and concrete were pulverized without any resistance. This is just physics that it cannot happen that way.
So what do you think really happened? What happened?
Well, there are a number of people that profited from 9/11, and so if you look at all of the subsequent wars, the loss of civil liberties, the Patriot Act was prepared 46 days after 9/11. It's thousands of pages long, and all the subsequent economic turmoil.
So who do you think planned 9/11?
Well, you have to look at some of the key figureheads, including Dick Cheney, who gave the commands to NORAD and the FAA. Also, Donald Rumsfeld. A lot of people don't know that the day before 9/11, on September 10th, 2001, he announced in a Pentagon briefing that $2.3 trillion could not be accounted for, and that's on CNBC News.
So, I mean, for lack of a better term, you think 9/11 is an inside job? Is that a fair description?
Well, I think
it's not Middle Eastern terrorists.
We certainly haven't had a full and complete investigation into 9/11, and the victims' families and the first responders are calling for a new investigation into 9/11 because nobody so much got fired.
So what's your main message? Is that or should be a new investigation? What do you want to see happen now?
We want people to go to rethink911.org to learn about the architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth who are calling for a new investigation into 9/11.
Always.
Do you want to look at the camera or no?
I'll come over there and you can talk.
Okay.
Yeah, try a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
You find people subscribe to all or none?
No, I find that people are very well researched. Once they've looked at a piece of corruption and really looked at it, and they know in their own minds that that's the case, that we find a lot of people that are doing more than individual research on it. They subscribe to all.
Would you be surprised if it's never giving everybody? How are they able to do this so well?
Sure. Well, if you take the Manhattan Project, where they created the atom bomb, they had over 50,000 scientists working on that project, and no information got released because it was classified. The same thing, we have whistleblowers. Lieutenant Colonel Anthony Schaefer, who was part of the Able Danger program, blew the whistle about the information they had before 9/11 and gave it to Congress, and he was never heard. Same with Michael Scheuer for the Bin Laden unit in the CIA, also gave prior warnings, and those warnings too.
2/3 free fall speed. It is physically impossible for a building to fall at free fall speed without explosive devices used. Have a good day.
You can't argue with full investigation.